Welcome back to Precise Algorithm Trading. It is Wednesday, June 7th, 2023. And let's take a look at the markets and what they did today. So let's actually look at these over on the left hand side where I'm highlighting. The Dow up 91 points, the Russell up 33 points or 1.78%. The NASDAQ was down 171 points or 1.29%. Realize this is all at the end of the trading day, so you can look at these through that course of the day and you can see how they're progressing. So everything you hear during the news and whatever during the day, it's just whatever it's been doing. So this is once it settles. So yeah, so the Russell, the Russell being up 1.78% today was a big deal. Um, the Russell is small cap stocks. I've said this before, but they're hard to get in and out of by the institutions. So if they're actually getting money uh, diverted to them or poured to them, like they have now here for the last couple of days, then that means that the indexes, the funds, the big funds are getting comfortable that they can get in and out of them fast enough, and so it's kind of a bit of a risk off trade. I won't say it's done yet, but because we do have this big bowl pattern or dish pattern, or it's not quite a frying pan bottom, but it's that type of a pattern. What I expect here is probably a pullback because this is, I think, the two average true ranges, two standard deviations. Sorry, um, which actually I had a Russell position on. Wish I would have had a full position, but I had a half position through all this, and I took it off the table when it hit this mark today, just because I fully expect it to jig jog around up here or just immediately pull back from here. So why wait around and take a hit if I've already been profitable here, and then I can wait for it to pull back and then buy back in again, really. So we got that going on the daily chart on the right hand side. We got a bigger candle on the left hand side. So um, things are shaping up really in the markets overall. Even though it's interesting because in the face of that, the Nasdaq took a pretty good hit, even though it doesn't look like much on a chart. Um, if you look at Google, Amazon, so here's Amazon. It's a pretty big hit. However, everything's still bullish. I mean, other than we got a dark blue candle on the True Momo indicator. No sell signals, no. It's just, it's a 1 day of that. So I'm really expecting a little bit more weakness and then start jig jogging around in this area here, and then we'll hopefully get a new push up into potentially 52-week highs, which, where are they? Yeah, they're right there. So all right, that's that. And then if we go find Google, which I think I still have, it's a similar situation. Only it is a red candle. We do have sell signals, and that's a little bit more ominous. I would expect this one to pull back a little farther. And I actually, when we got up into this zone, I took some off the table because I expected weakness and at least sideways action up here. So I'm only working with probably even a quarter position at this one right now. So that's generally how I operate. You can do what you want. It's your trading. So flip this thing up and get back to the SPX. So I drew that zone in there and said it was when it takes off out of that zone, we're going to expect a breakout and follow through. And we got it to break out. We got to pull back, and then that's that fake out really that you get. And so I'm going to remove this drawing now because it's meaningless to me. And we're going to, I'm expecting this one to get weak too. So, it is if you draw a line over here on the left-hand side and between these two peaks, it's either going to be a double top or this is where you're going to get into some back and forth so that, because you know you got to get probably some consolidation before this thing can break through to the upside, or you're going to totally back and fill, and then just take it a day at a time, and potentially you could back and fill all the way here to 4140 without it really losing its trend. So there you go. Anyways, let's move on to, did we look at the Dow? Yeah, so the Dow is poised actually for an up move here. I bought into some Dow stuff here in the last day or two. We got a buy signal down here on TrueMomo, and everything's kind of looking fine to the upside, maybe sideways on the weekly chart. So I didn't get crazy. I bought stock because it doesn't cost anything to trade these days, which is a weird thing, but I'm all embracing that. And then there's the transports, or the IYT is the ETF for that, and that thing's breaking out nicely. And where do we expect this one to go? Well, to get up here to this, probably up to this resistance line up here, probably hit some of these standard deviations along the way, 1.5, and 2 standard deviations, and then if it works into next week, we could get some back and forth here all the way up into this zone, which isn't out of the basically normal move. So we got that going for us, and it's nice. And TLT bonds, I believe, nope. I bought into this a little bit yesterday. I didn't buy a full position. It's really not ready yet, and I think I said that last night on the video review. I might have to kill it in another day or so, but for now I'm staying. So it's the TrueMomo indicator is, unless it rolls over, then if it rolls over, I'm going to get out. That's that. And then oil. I heard on a report today that it went up, and it is potentially in a buy zone here. But this is with a lot of caution because we're not really there yet. So I think in order to get this thing really going, we need to see a real buy signal on the TrueMomo indicator over here, and on the weekly, that is, and coupled with the daily. But this is a great place to get in if you wanted to get in as take a shot at least to get started. I just I'm not doing it yet. However, there are a lot of stocks that I've seen pop up lately that are energy based stocks that are showing some initial bullishness. So alright, that's enough for today. On that, we will flip over to the bullish percent indexes at stockcharts.com. And let's just buzz through all of them. Okay, so there's your industrials. So the Dow popped up nicely today, 12.5%. That's where I'm saying the Dow's actually showing some strength and potential buying. The New York Stock Exchange flips to a new column of X's, but not a new buy signal yet. It needs one more X to the upside to be a point and figure buy signal. Up 5.86% today, so it's kind of a big deal. The transports didn't move today, even though that was a nice move on the actual index itself. The NASDAQ tacks on a new X today, up 3.81%, even though we saw some pretty weakness in the charts. However, this is kind of showing strength underneath, at least short term. The S&P up 3.47% today. Still, I mean, we got to overcome all the way, get up to past 64 for this thing to put in a new point and figure buy signal. So, long way to go. The OEX tacks on a new X today, up 3.85%. The NDX is down 3.28%. So that's where we're going to see some weakness in the Nasdaq in the short term. So, and that's kind of playing out like that. So let's flip over to our automatic trading systems, which had a great day yesterday and gave some back today. So here's the YM. That's the Dow contract for the quarter, and it gave this back today. So it is what it is. On a 6-month chart, it looks like that. This is our equity, so it's looking fine. Just not, I really want to pick up and fill in some of this gap here, get us up to some new equity peaks. That's what the green dots are. The Russell gave a bunch the other day, and then it took away today. So that's a big down move. That was a nice big up move, and now we've given more than half of it back, but it is part of the deal. And then this is what it looks like on a 6-month basis. So really just want to get it up and going and have really a whole move like this wouldn't be out of the question to get that all the way up into this zone up in here. So, because when the moves happen, they move quickly. I think that's 1 or 2 trades right there. And so that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm, that's how the algorithm's based too, for what it's worth. And this is still the overall winner, even though we had a little weakness today. I think we actually had some strength. I'll show you that in a second. But this is the Nasdaq futures contract, and this is what it looks like on a 6-month basis. And then this is really a summary of what the actual trades look like, and it's this is just the recent trades. So right here, a lot of back and forth, but you can see actually all of these trades, draw a box around them, all of these trades are from today, 6/7. So that's a lot of trades in a day. I don't even know how many it is. 331 from 355. So 24 trades, and actually I've got the system to stop at 30. I might want to look at that and see if limiting it would have helped anything, but you can see that there's a lot of little dots there to the upside. It's a lot of little trades back and forth, and so it's not bad. I mean, I'll take it, but it's a lot of little wins and losses. So, and some bigger ones both directions, but overall, that's been a nice move in the last few days. Go back to that and show you. I mean, that's really, we put maybe a week and a half's worth of trades right there. So that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully it makes sense, and if anybody wants to get into this stuff a little bit more, has any questions, drop us a note at the website, precisealgorithmtrading.com. Take care, guys. Have a great night.